Alright guys, welcome to part 5 of X-Men Rebuild, Restore, Refurbish, Repair, whatever you'd like to call it. So what I'm going to do now is take over from the last video. I'm going to take and start smoothing this out, keeping that rounded radius, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay guys, I'm probably going to pull that piece out right now so I can make another one. Alright, tape measure here. Measure up 17 3/4. Oh shit, I think 21 3/4. There's a little spacing, and I believe that's where the latch goes. The lock. Up underneath there. So if I don't come back on, and it's 21 3/4. So this is the tool that I'll use to peel this off. It's a fairly sharpened putty knife. So I'll just put it here and take a hammer and tap it down through there, and it'll shear that stuff right off. So that's what I'll be doing. I just ran a piece of pine that big. Sorry Konami, I changed your design. But it'll be just as good, if not better. If anyone does wonder why these pieces of 3/4 inch plywood are here, is because, well, it represents the door. And this is pushed up against here, so the door closes on it, and the latch will be somewhere right in here. They make latches with, you know, a little bit the lock will work. So anyways, yeah, that's what those pieces of wood are. I'm using those for. If anyone saw it and wondered what the hell I was doing, that's what I'm doing. It's simulating my door being shut. So there's this latch for the door that was on there. So I think I have finally removed the last piece of this cabinet's fuckery. Alright, hit this back corner with a little bit of filler primer. So let it soak into the wood. Whatever the Bondo didn't soak into, that will. Primered that. So I found another hole that I missed. Guys, what the heck? Right here, it's another screw hole I missed. So I think this cabinet's ready to be turned on its side and start working on the side profile and the T-molding groove.
Remember, wine is just grape juice with a yeast infection. Until we meet again!
Alright guys, it has been a minute. I got the cabinet on its side. I'm going to go ahead and mix the Bondo. We're going to pack that T-molding groove. Then I think I'm going to roll it over onto its back. Since it's been a week or two, this paint ought to be nice and cured now and ready to be sanded. And well, I'll come back to you when we're on that part. Okay, so I just mix little bits of Bondo at a time. Come in here and start filling that in. And when I run out and it starts to get thin, I'll just stick my spreader in there and until I get to where it's thick, and then I'll just start from here on. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so see how I kind of ran out right here? So I'll just take this. And I guess kind of do that. If that even makes sense. It does to me. That's what I do. All right, guys. I'm out in my garage. I don't know. It's probably close to midnight. And I keep hearing the coyotes howling. So I'm going to try to quietly go outside. And then I'll turn that flash off. I'll unpause it. See if we can hear the coyotes howling. I don't hear them anymore. I'll stand out here for a few minutes, but the neighbor's dogs are barking. Well, all around the neighborhood. Damn, guys, I wish I could have caught that. It was pretty awesome. Okay. Excuse me, guys. So, I have the entire T-molding groove covered. I have all the little nicks all the way around the cabinet filled in. I put enough here so I can sand it down to wood, and the spot should be filled, and I shouldn't have to come through and do it again. So, I'm going to stand this cabinet up now. I'm going to turn it around and tilt the back right here onto a milk crate because I can't lay it flat on the floor. And I'm going to begin sanding the front to see if we can sand the front. Alright, my main goal here is I got this side taped. I got my flat sander, my block sander, my bar sander. I'm going to run it up and down here. Getting all these high spots and low spots to line up so they're flat. And getting as tight into that corner as I can without marring up the other wood. That's kind of why that's there. And then when I lay it and sand it this way, I will tape right here, across here. I hope this works, guys. Okay, so I have the front sanded. It all feels smooth to the touch. I know it looks like there's bare spots in primer and even hard edges, but it's all very, very smooth. So, I'm going to go ahead and refiller prime this front one more time. The second time will probably just be a light sanding, and then it'll go to surface primer with the rest of the cabinet right before paint. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a couple quick coats on here, and then we'll be on to bondoing everything on this side. Okay, so that's primered. I'm going to go ahead and start filling and correcting anything on this side with Bondo. All the time I kept thinking that my water filters, or there was a spot in the hose leaking, and that's why my air compressor kept kicking on all the time. But here, when I was servicing it by changing the oil and all that, I noticed patched up by welding up that hole. So maybe the stinking air compressor will keep kicking on so much. Alright guys, got the cabinet laid down. Lightly filler primed the speaker cover area, speaker grill area, as well as the top. We're going to go ahead and fill in any nicks along the edges and the T-molding groove. Come back as soon as it's done. We'll check it out. Okay. So, everything that I can foresee that needs to be filled with Bondo is filled with Bondo. All the T-molding grooves are packed. So, I think this is going to be about the end of this video, guys. This is part number 5 of X-Men. Part 6, we'll sand everything that needs sanded. The T-molding groove and everything, so it's all smooth and ready to be cut. We'll build a new back door. We'll apply some laminate and surface primer and paint, I believe, will be the next video. So be on the lookout for that. It's still maybe a few weeks, but I'll be slowly making progress here and there when I can. I'm going to try to get that jukebox going and get it out of here so I have some room in here. So wish me luck on that. So, all right, guys. End of part 5. Thanks for sticking around and watching. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. Like, subscribe, share, do shit like that. Help grow the channel. I appreciate it. All right, peace. Turn on the switch. This should spin around once, if I'm not mistaken. It don't do that. There's no lights on down here, but I'm not sure if they're supposed to be. That 8-volt DC's lit. Nothing on here. Been going around changing all the clips here. Nothing seems to be working. So if you have any clues or ideas, I sure would like to get this working. It's been in my garage for a long time and the guy keeps asking me about it. I had it working once for him and well, I don't know what he did, but I can't get it to work again. And I don't know if that's the problem or that's the problem. I mean, other than putting a Molex plug in there, I have pretty much reclipped every one of these wires.